Have you ever wondered if God speaks to you? What if the answers you seek are within your own mind? 8 out of 10 people believe in a higher power. But how does this belief connect with science and the reality of our daily lives? In this video, we'll explore the fascinating interconnection between the human mind, faith, and divine communication. We'll uncover the mysteries of neuroplasticity, the incredible ability of our brain to adapt and learn, and how this capability can open doors to a deeper relationship with the divine. Have you ever felt that something greater was guiding you, pushing you to make important decisions? And those brilliant ideas that appear out of nowhere, as if they were divine inspirations. Within the broad field of study that combines neuroscience with spirituality, there are principles that seem to guide our interactions both with the physical environment and the spiritual one. These principles, which we can think of as universal laws, are visible in the way our brain operates and influence us on our journey to achieve personal development and a closer connection with the divine. A key example of these laws is the law of cause and effect, which is also known in many spiritual traditions. This law teaches us that all our actions have corresponding consequences, which can be observed both in our behavior and in our spiritual life. In the field of neuroscience, this directly relates to the concept of neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to adapt and change based on our experiences. When we apply the law of cause and effect to our daily thinking and behavior, we realize that each thought or action we choose to undertake can initiate the formation of a new neural pathway in our brain. These pathways, with repetition and reinforcement, become stronger and can deeply influence our habits, mental health, and even our life perspective. Thus, our daily choices impact not only our physical and mental health, but also play a crucial role in our spiritual development, shaping the way we connect with the divine and how we perceive our own existence within the universe. The law of adaptation teaches us that we have the power to shape our own spiritual paths. Neuroscience reveals that our brain is extraordinarily adaptable, capable of transforming its structures and functions in response to our experiences and choices. This adaptability is a physical reflection of a broader spiritual truth. We have the freedom and responsibility to direct our thoughts and actions in ways that reflect our highest spiritual aspirations. By consciously choosing practices and thoughts that bring us closer to God, we literally reshape our brain to support this spiritual alignment. As for the law of choice, it emphasizes the importance of free will, a divine gift that allows us to define the direction of our spiritual journey. With this gift, each person has the ability to choose between a path that strengthens the connection with the divine or one that leads us away from it. Our brain not only records these choices, but is shaped by them. Each decision we make not only influences our neurology, but can also strengthen or weaken our spiritual connection. This implies that we are the architects of our own spiritual life, building it through every thought and action we choose. Through free will, we have the opportunity to align our lives with divine purpose, making choices that reflect our commitment and desire for spiritual growth. The concept of neurogenesis offers a fascinating insight into the human brain's ability to generate new neurons throughout life. This biological process reflects a broader capacity, also applicable to our spiritual development, the ability for continual renewal of the soul. Neurogenesis occurs in specific parts of the brain and is essential for functions such as learning and memory. This biological phenomenon suggests that the brain is not static, but rather an organ in constant evolution, capable of adapting and changing in response to new experiences. Similarly, our spiritual life is not fixed. It can be revitalized and transformed through new understandings, practices, and spiritual experiences. Just as neurogenesis allows the brain to develop new connections and pathways, our ability to renew our soul suggests that we can overcome old spiritual patterns and limitations. Through reflection, meditation, study, and the practice of values such as compassion and patience, we can foster a state of constant evolution and spiritual renewal. Therefore, neurogenesis not only enriches our understanding of how the brain functions, but also serves as a powerful parallel for understanding the capacity for ongoing renewal and transformation of our spiritual life. Both processes, physical and spiritual, are testimonies to the incredible capacity for adaptation and growth inherent in humans. The law of redirection is a principle that highlights the ability to find new routes and solutions, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable difficulties. This spiritual law suggests that even when we face barriers and challenges in life, there are always alternatives and possibilities for change that we can explore. Neuroplasticity, a fundamental concept in neuroscience, demonstrates that the brain is capable of adapting and reorganizing in response to new experiences and learning. Similarly, the spiritual vision proposed by the law of redirection indicates that God, in His infinite wisdom, provides us opportunities to find new paths when the current ones seem closed. This may not be immediately obvious, and often it may seem like there is no way out. However, the promise of this law is that with faith and perseverance, new directions can open up. These new paths may arise in various ways: through insights during prayer, meditation, or even through other people and unexpected events. By adapting and exploring these new routes, we not only overcome obstacles, but also achieve deeper and more meaningful spiritual growth. Therefore, the law of redirection is not just an analogy for the potential for change and adaptation found in neuroscience, but also a profound spiritual truth about resilience and the capacity for transformation guided by the divine hand in our lives. The challenges we face in life can be compared to significant events that stimulate profound changes in our brain. These events, which can be difficult and even painful, serve as catalysts for adaptation and personal growth. In the context of neuroscience, such challenges can stimulate the brain to form new connections and pathways, an adaptive response that enables us to better handle new or stressful situations in the future. These challenging events not only influence our brain development, but also play a crucial role in refining our souls. We can think of these moments as opportunities for purification and spiritual alignment. When we face difficulties, we have the chance to review and discard behaviors and thoughts that do not serve our well-being or our higher purposes. This purification allows us to emerge stronger, more resilient, and more aligned with our spiritual values and goals. Moreover, as we face and overcome these challenges, we often discover new strengths and capabilities within ourselves. This not only strengthens us for future challenges, but also brings us closer to a deeper understanding of our life's purposes and how we can positively contribute to the world around us. Therefore, although often painful, challenges are essential for personal and spiritual development. They act as moments of learning and growth that refine us and better prepare us to live according to our highest ideals and aspirations. The interaction between science and faith is often seen as a field of contention. But in reality, these two areas can interconnect in ways that enrich both. As we advance in our understanding of the brain and its incredible capacities for change and adaptation, we begin to see how science can indeed complement and deepen our understanding of faith. One of the most fascinating aspects of this intersection occurs in the study of the human brain. Understanding how the brain functions, how we process information, how our emotions and thoughts are formed, and how we change over time can provide valuable insights into how we might be receiving and interpreting God's messages. For example, by understanding neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to modify itself in response to experiences, we can begin to see how our spiritual experiences and faith practices shape our thinking and behavior. Additionally, the scientific study of the brain helps to illuminate the many ways in which we can experience and understand the divine. Far from reducing the mystery of faith to mere chemical and electrical processes, science provides us with tools to appreciate the complexity and depth of God's creation. For instance, by examining phenomena such as near-death experiences or altered states of consciousness, science can offer explanations on how such experiences are processed by the brain, while still respecting the depth and spiritual significance many attribute to these events. Therefore, the relationship between science and faith need not be one of conflict, but can be one of mutual enrichment and dialogue. Science can help us better understand the hows of our experience, while faith continues to explore the whys and purposes. Together, science and faith can provide us with a more complete and integrated view of human reality and the universe that surrounds us. Science and faith are often perceived as opposing fields, but in truth, they offer complementary perspectives on the reality around us. Each, in its own way, contributes to a more complete and multifaceted view of the universe and our place within it. In the field of neuroscience, especially through the study of neuroplasticity, we realize that our brain is incredibly adaptable and is constantly remodeling itself in response to our experiences and learnings. This adaptability of the brain can be seen as a reflection of the way God communicates with us, constantly offering new paths and possibilities. To truly access and understand these divine messages, it is essential to maintain an open mind and a receptive heart, willing to receive and integrate the lessons that each new experience brings. Scientific exploration of neuroplasticity not only advances our understanding of the brain as a biological organ, but also helps us see how it can be a tool for spiritual growth. By studying how the brain adapts, we learn about the human capacity for change and transformation, which has profound implications for our spiritual life. This connection between neurological change and spiritual growth suggests that our mental development and our search for meaning are intrinsically linked. Ultimately, the journey to understand how God communicates through our mind and spirit is both a scientific challenge and a spiritual quest. By investigating the mysteries of neuroplasticity, we discover that the brain is more than just a simple information processor. It is a bridge to spiritual understanding, a tool that, if well utilized, can help us answer some of the deepest questions about who we are and what our purpose is. This integration of science and faith not only illuminates each field, but also guides us to live more in alignment with the divine purpose, fully leveraging the capacity for adaptation and growth that has been given to us.